In the early morning of March 16th, 1975, three women were asleep inside a rooming house in Washington, D.C., completely unaware that their lives were about to become a horror story. Carolyn Warren and Joan Taliaferro were on the third floor. Miriam Douglas was on the second with her 4-year-old daughter. Around 6 a.m., they woke to the sound of their back door being broken down. Two men, Marvin Kent and James Morse, forced their way and went straight to Douglas's room. There, they sexually assaulted her. Upstairs, Warren and Taliaferro heard the screams. They immediately called 911. The dispatcher told them to stay quiet and promised police were coming. The call came at 6:23 a.m. It was logged as a burglary in progress. But instead of treating it as urgent, officers responded with a lower code priority, a code 2. 4 cruisers were dispatched. 3 came to the house. 1 went to a different location. Warren and Taliaferro crawled out their window onto the roof and waited. They saw a police cruiser drive through the alley behind their home, but it didn't stop. One officer got out, knocked at the front door, and got no answer and ended up leaving. All officers were just gone within 5 minutes. No one ended up checking the back, and no one spoke to the women. They crawled back inside, heard Miriam still screaming. So they called 911 again, this time telling the dispatcher that the intruders were inside the house. They were told again that help was coming. But this second call, received at 6:42 a.m., was labeled only as investigate the trouble. It was never dispatched to any officers. Thinking the police were in the house, Warren and Taliaferro called out to Miriam, but Kent heard them. He and Morse forced all 3 women at knife point to leave with them. For the next 14 hours, the women were held captive in Kent's apartment, where they were raped, beaten, robbed, and forced to perform sexual acts on one another. The women sued the district and the police for negligence. They alleged that the dispatcher mishandled the first 911 call and the officers failed to follow basic investigative procedures, and that the second call was never even sent out. But the court ruled against them. In this decision, the D.C. Court of Appeals said the duty to provide public services is owed to the public at large, not to individual citizens, unless a special relationship exists. In short, the police had no legal obligation to protect them. These women did everything right. They called, they begged, they were promised help, and they were abandoned. Don't forget to like and follow. Thank you.